So in our last YouTube video, which was about pay yourself first, we mentioned the 50-30-20 rule. And we got a lot of actually messages asking if we could go more in depth on how to structure that or what it really means. And so this video is going to be all about the 50-30-20 rule. It's really a way to allocate your spending or your expenses or a budget. So in this video, we're going to go over this concept and also show you how you can tweak it. You don't have to do it exactly this way, but it'll at least help you have the framework of how to control what money's going where. But before we go into this, I'm going to just ask if you guys could like and share these videos. It really does a lot. It helps us get all of this content in front of new people, and for our mission of wanting to educate and empower as many people as possible to succeed at finances, it really helps our mission. And also, leaving comments has been great. Anything you guys are working on, if you need help with, or giving us ideas of creating new content around maybe, it doesn't have to be stuff you're struggling with, but maybe things you want to know that pertain to finance, please leave it in the comments. That's been awesome. For this video, we're going to go over the 50-30-20 rule, and we're going to try something new out. I have my iPad here. I'm going to start writing stuff out, and I've had a lot of people kind of tell me that visually seeing it helps them remember. So we're going to see how this goes. If you like it, or if us kind of drawing it out is helping in the learning process, please again leave us comments so that we know to stay on track. But here we go, 50-30-20 concept. Put it up here so everybody sees. And here's going to be our pie. So our pie is our total income. And this is after taxes. So this is your net income. And here's going to be the 50% up here. And this is going to be your needs. I hope you guys love my writing. And then here's going to be the 30%. And this is going to be wants. And then the 20% over here is going to be savings. Okay, so with your needs these are things that you have to pay for. This is things that if you don't pay for them, something really bad happens. So a place to live. We need a place to live, whether it's mortgage or our rent. If we don't pay them, we're either losing the home we own or being kicked out of the place that we're living in. So that's a for sure essential that money has to get allocated towards. So we're going to go living. Transportation, doesn't have to be owning a car. Nowadays you have Uber, or if you live in the city, you can get around with these like scooter things. But transportation is going to be something that is an absolute need. Food, of course. What are else some needs that we need? Insurance. Utilities. So everything that we need to survive, our essentials. One thing that I think is important to include on needs if you're in debt. Now the goal, I think for all of us, if we're in debt, we want to get out of debt as soon as possible. But if you are in debt, in your needs, the 50% that's allocated for essentials, pay the minimum payment on your credit card if you're in debt or if it's a loan. So in needs, we're also going to put minimum payment. And what you guys are going to quickly discover throughout these videos is my writing's kind of crap and my grammar's not great either. But anyway, minimum payments is going to go towards your needs. Now the wants, this is the hard one. I think this is the hard one for all of us because this is all the stuff that we enjoy doing. But these are the things that we can cut out of our life and still live. A want would be, I mean, the easiest one to think about is like the subscriptions, Netflix, Hulu, Showtime, whatever, the automatic payments that happen without us even realizing on kind of entertainment stuff. That would be a want. So I'll just put Netflix here as an easy go-to. This is stuff like vacations is a want. Things that really we don't need to do, but we enjoy doing. But it is important. I think like, if we're just living off essentials, we're kind of missing out on a lot of the fun stuff that life has to offer. So it is important to allocate money to enjoyment. The thing that gets tough, at least for me, on wants is there's things that can cross over. Something like clothes, right? We need clothes to wear. But a plain tee and a Supreme shirt are both clothes. Both are essential. But a plain tee is, I don't know, $9-10. I don't even know what a Supreme t-shirt is now. I'm gonna call it $100. That gap in between, the margin, now went from a need to a want. Same thing can happen with cars. Yeah, we need transportation, but can a Honda Civic or, if you want to kind of lightweight get into it, like a 3 Series Beamer, get the job done, or does it have to go to a 5 Series? The step up then becomes the want. So be careful that you're not, and I'm speaking for myself because I do this all the time, you're not convincing yourself that wants are needs. Keep that in mind. That's a big one. Also, it's good to separate them because if we look at just, okay, I'm just going to spend all my money on the things I need to live, it's really easy to just think, 80% of all of your dollars go towards essentials, but that's not the case. And this makes it easy if you want to tweak, because even though we're giving the 50-30-20 breakdown, it could be 60, no, I take that back. Needs, keep the needs at 50. What you're really going to want to tweak is getting rid of some of the wants that go into savings, but we'll get there after this. Savings is 20%. This is what the last video was on. It was on pay yourself first. So we talked about savings, which is also investing, being automatically withdrawn from your account every month. So right when your total pie comes in, 20% is going to be taken out just like that, and it's going to be automatically moved over into your savings account. So this is kind of the area that we're talking about right now. Savings, we think really the most important one to start off with is an emergency fund. So let's see if I can squeeze this in. Emergency fund. And really, we recommend getting to about 6 months of expenses. If you spend $4,000 a month on expenses, you want your emergency fund to total, was that 24? Yeah, 24K. And that's once you have enough for the emergency fund. Once you're there, then I think it's good to start allocating towards other things. Also, that goes into savings. If you're in debt, like we talked about above, the 20%, you're going to allocate a certain percentage of that to then go beyond the minimum payment. This is going to be your principal pay down. The debt is something that is a guaranteed return, which when you're investing, there's never a guarantee. You're always taking some type of risk. But by paying down your debt, you are guaranteed to now be making the interest that you're currently paying on your debt. So put that as a priority. And in these, you can start tweaking. Like, I'm going to use Ryan, who's filming, that you never see, and he's going to hate this. As we were going over this structure, he was like, dang, I'm saving a lot more than 20%, which is awesome. The goal should be to maximize the amount of money that's going towards your future. But don't kill yourself or don't beat yourself up if you're not even at 50-30-20. Let's say you're only able to save 5% right now. That's 5% that you weren't saving before, and use the goal to get you towards 20. If you can get past 20 and go to 30, this is awesome. You're going above and beyond. But this is definitely the best metric, or I don't want to say best. This is the most common metric to control where money's going. And really it's something that we hate doing. I don't know why. Creating a budget feels very similar to, I think, how I perceive creating a business plan. It just feels like a bunch of added work that's not necessary, but it's so important. And ultimately, you taking control of your money and telling your money where it's going is so much more powerful than money coming in, money being spent, and then us being left wondering where the hell did it all go. Also, what's good, and at least what it does for me, is when I don't know where my money's being spent, I find myself kind of uneasy about unexpected things that happen. You know, there's times where Jen's like, something happened, we had to buy this, and I'll immediately go, oh my gosh, we're spending too much, what's going on? And it's this like emotional reaction. But when you have dollars going in certain areas and you're the one controlling it, you don't have these like emotional swings anymore. It's more, yeah, we plan for these things happening and I know where things are going and everything is in order and we are heading in the direction we want to head. And there's a lot of comfort and relief that comes in creating this. So really important thing to do and to implement. If you haven't watched our last video on pay yourself first, go back and watch it. It's going to give you more in depth on where that 20% should go so that now you're not only covering your expenses, but you're putting money towards your future, towards retirement, and ultimately creating something where we can get off the wheel and not have to stay on this grind. So go back and watch that. Leave comments. Let me know if this helped. My diagrams should get better. This was number one, but hopefully it helps. Leave comments, let us know, and we will check you guys on the next video.